Good morning. It's going to be another scorcher here in Ohio. So I thought I would try to get out before it was too warm and share my new challenge with all of you. We're getting ready to kick off the start of our homeschool year. We do homeschool year round, but we take a little bit of a break and get a chance to enjoy some things and had a long holiday weekend. Um, so I like to try to revamp our routines and rhythm and get everything organized and ready before we start our school year. And whether you're homeschool or you public school, it's generally a pretty good idea. But my current challenge is self-care, because if we are not taking care of ourselves, we cannot manage our households correctly. And we got burnout and depression, and we would like to avoid all those things, because it does take a village, but right now things are kind of crazy and our villages are kind of sparse. So I would like to challenge everyone to take 15 minutes a day this week and do some self-care. And by self-care, I mean working in your garden by yourself, or possibly going out for a walk by yourself, listening to an audiobook, picking up a book that you have been meaning to read and taking 15 minutes just to read some of that book, completely uninterrupted time. And because it's important for our mental state and to keep ourselves from burnout. So how I got on this is, I mean, everybody is really talking about self-care lately and mama self-care, and it's very, very important. But what really got this started is I am working towards following more of the Charlotte Mason approach in our homeschool, and I was inspired by Karen Andriola and her talk. I got her CD last week and I have listened to it over and over and over again, and it really inspired me to focus on mother culture, because being a homemaker and a homeschool mom, it's draining. It's really, really draining. And we have to fill that cup back up, or we don't have anything to give to our spouses or our children. And that makes life in general just not fun. And so I am going to be focusing on some of the things that really bring me joy. Organizing my house is actually one of those things that really, really brings me joy. Sounds kind of silly. So later today, I am going to turn on, when the little guy goes to sleep, I'm going to turn on Audible on this big honking TV that we now have in the house that my husband absolutely had to have. And I am going to start organizing all of our school supplies and whatnot, because I'm going to do a tour of our homeschool spaces here very soon for probably another Instagram post. And so, yeah, I think I need things cleaned up. Also, later today, as my kickoff, I am getting back to our chiropractor, and I am also seeing the massage therapist, because after quarantine, I am really, really all sorts of out of whack, and I wanted to get back to the gym, but my body is just not ready to get back to the gym without getting a bit of an adjustment and loosen everything up. And then I think we'll be ready to get that challenge tackled. But for right now, I am going to work here in my garden just a little bit and let little man play in the sandbox. We actually have some radishes and carrots and whatnot that we're already ready to pull out of the garden and get in the kitchen. And I'm really, really excited because our canning season is going to start soon, and I will share some canning videos with you guys. But until then, I am going to go ahead and I am going to work here in the garden and get my hands a little dirty. I love the way dirt smells and grass and when they cut hay. So those are some like little quirky things about me. We got the chickens taken care of already, and the little guy is going to help take care of the rabbits here pretty soon after he's done pretending to be one of our dogs. Can you say hi, Archie? And then we're going to continue working on our garden later this afternoon. We have some lettuce to trim and all sorts of good things. So yeah, working in my garden is one of those mama care things that makes me really, really happy, getting my hands dirty. So I would love to hear about what you guys do for mama self-care. And like I said, not taking a shower. That's just a given. Take some more time for you. I would love to hear what is in your self-care repertoire. If you have questions about mother culture and how I can maybe help you or give you ideas or encourage you in this walk. So I will check in later this week to see how everybody is doing and how I am doing with the current challenge, and maybe a garden update too. So I really thank you guys for following along and joining me on this while we move away from our little urban homestead and work towards getting to our big 20-acre homestead out in the middle of the country and following along on our homeschool journey, since this is kind of new and my big kids are not homeschooling, but my little kids are. So I will see you guys all again later this week. Happy summer days.